I'm on an adventure. Pitfall for the Atari 2600. Also known as Pitfall Harry's Jungle Adventure. It's the late 80s and Activision is establishing themselves as being one of the best video game developers on the Atari VCS. They released such classics such as Freeway and Kaboom, but have yet to make a solid hit. David Crane, one of the programmers at Activision, had earlier developed the technology to display a running man, and was looking for a proper game to use it in. Crane recalls the experience by saying, quote, "I sat down with a blank sheet of paper and drew a stick figure in the center. I said, okay, I have a little running man, and let's put him on a path. 2 more lines drawn on the paper. Where is the path? Let's put it in a jungle. Draw some trees. Why is he running? Draw treasures to collect, enemies to avoid, etc. The entire process took about 10 minutes. About 1,000 hours of programming later, the game was complete. And in 1982, the US video game market got the soon-to-be classic, Pitfall. This game was released on April 20th, 1982, and was a massive success in the process. But this day and age, hardly anybody would know what this game is. And I guess nobody would want to, because apparently Atari is gay. In actuality, this is a really great game for the primitive system, and I'm going to show you what many have missed when they didn't play Atari in the 80s. So let's take a better look at Pitfall. This game isn't your typical arcade port. It's a whole new adventure. You play as Pitfall Harry, and you're tasked to navigate around the vast jungle and have to find all 32 pieces of treasure within the 20-minute time limit. But such a task is met with numerous hazards. You must avoid creatures like rattlesnakes, scorpions, and crocodiles while also avoiding obstacles like rolling logs, pits, quicksand, and fire. These can be avoided by jumping, swinging on the vines, climbing, or my personal favorite, I'm running away. There are 2 paths to go by, the upper path in the jungle, or the lower path in the tunnel. The jungle will move you 1 screen at a time, while the tunnel will transport you 3 screens at a time. But beware, it can only be accessed at different points, and sometimes there will be a dead end blocking the way, which will force you to go back. But don't be discouraged, the tunnel is necessary for your success in order to get all the treasures within the allotted time. Which brings me to the treasures. There are 32 total, and there are 4 different kinds. 8 of each kind are scattered across the map. You'll need them all if you're looking for a perfect score of 114,000 points. The only way to lose points is by getting into contact with a log. If you come into contact with any other enemy or obstacle, it's a one-hit death. Once you lose all 3 lives, or if the 20-minute timer runs out, the game is over and you start from scratch. So while you go on your adventure, I've already finished mine, so we're moving on. Doesn't have any. Next. And no. The sound effect of Harry swinging or dying doesn't count. As said before, a perfect score of 114,000 points is achieved by collecting all of the treasures. But this feat wasn't an easy task. But if you were able to get 20,000 points or higher and sent the photo proof to Activision, they would send you a patch to the Pitfall Harry Explorer Club. Of course, I won't be able to show you this great task because my skills are too good for you. So let's move on. The game went on to be a massive hit for the Atari and Activision, selling 4 million copies in the process. The Pitfall name went on to receive multiple sequels, some better than others. It's also been released on Microsoft's Game Room in 2010, been featured as an animated cartoon on CBS's Saturday Supercade, and is an Easter egg on COD BOT, where it can be playable on the Nuketown 2025 map. So, what is my rate to play? This is a play now. This game is a classic without a doubt. It's simple, fun, and a good investment if you're into collecting Atari games. It also helped establish the side-scrolling platforming genre, which would give us a certain Italian plumber later on in time. But that's only my opinion. If you have your own thoughts, leave a comment. If you like what you see, leave a like. If you think others would enjoy this, share it around the web. And if you want to see more, subscribe. Anyway, this has been BrianTheBlue Game Reviews Pitfall for the Atari 2600.